Have you ever seen a microwave that's 6 feet high and weighs more than 750 pounds? It's hard to imagine, but the first models of microwave ovens were just like that. Today, there are compact and sleek designs that can fit on your countertop and heat your food in a matter of minutes. But how was the first microwave oven made? And how did it evolve from a giant appliance to a small kitchen tool? Let's find out. The use of high-frequency radio waves for heating substances was a massive discovery. This led to the foundation for what would eventually become the microwave oven. Around 1920, vacuum tube radio transmitters made this innovation possible. It wasn't until the 1933 Chicago World's Fair that the world witnessed a stunning demonstration by Westinghouse. The Westinghouse team, led by I.F. Muramtsev, showed off an amazing new way to cook food. They used two metal plates connected to a strong shortwave transmitter. This transmitter was very powerful, with 10 kilowatts of energy and a frequency of 60 megahertz. People were surprised when they saw steaks and potatoes being perfectly cooked in just a few minutes. This was something no one had ever thought could be possible. A few years later, in 1940, another invention emerged from Birmingham University in England. This was the compact cavity magnetron tube. You will be surprised to know that this device was first made for use during wartime. After all, the Great World War II was going on at the moment, so what this device did was it sent out signals that could find enemy airplanes and ships, which was very important during World War II. No one could have guessed that this invention would later be used for something completely different and surprising. In 1945, Percy Spencer, a smart engineer, made an important discovery by accident. While working on radar equipment, he noticed that a chocolate bar in his pocket had melted. Then, he started to wonder if microwaves could be used to cook food. His curiosity led him to experiment further by placing eggs and corn near the magnetron. Interestingly, the corn began to pop, turning into fluffy popcorn, while the eggs started to cook. Driven by this new discovery, he went on to develop a rough model of what would become the very first microwave oven. Spencer's innovative spirit and keen observation transformed an accidental finding into a revolutionary kitchen appliance that we now can't imagine living without. But even then, the microwave oven was not brought into a shape that we could use in our kitchens. In 1947, Raytheon built the Radarange, the first commercially available microwave oven. However, the initial version of the Radarange was far from the compact, user-friendly appliances we know today. Standing at nearly 6 feet tall and weighing over 750 pounds, it cost $5,000 at that time. This is well over $70,000 in today's currency. In terms of working, the first commercial microwave oven consumed about 3 kilowatts of power, which is roughly 3 times more than today's microwave ovens. Additionally, it was water-cooled, which is not required in modern designs. Another interesting fact is that the name Radarange was chosen through an employee contest. This adds a touch of personal involvement to its brand identity. So, how were these microwave ovens used? One of the early Radarange units was installed on the NS Savannah, a nuclear-powered passenger and cargo ship, where it still remains today. This highlights the early adoption of microwave technology in specialized settings. However, the initial commercial models introduced in 1954 were slightly more practical. These units consumed 1.6 kilowatts of power and were sold at prices ranging from $2,000 to $3,000, making them more accessible compared to their bulkier predecessors. Raytheon, the company behind the Radarange, licensed its microwave technology to the Tappan Stove Company in Mansfield, Ohio in 1952. Under contracts with major appliance manufacturers like Whirlpool and Westinghouse, Tappan produced various built-in microwave models between 1955 and 1960. During these years, the first residential microwave was made. But hold on, because it was rarely seen in homes due to its massive size and $1,300 price tag. This was just insanely expensive for an appliance that could only heat and boil water. It was in 1965 when Raytheon decided to bring their Radarange technology into people's homes. To make this happen, they bought a company called Amana, which had the ability to manufacture more products. Then, in 1967, Raytheon released the first popular home microwave oven, the countertop Radarange, costing $495. During this decade, Lytton bought Studebaker's Franklin manufacturing assets, which had been manufacturing magnetrons and building and selling microwave ovens similar to the Rada range. Lytton developed a new configuration of the microwave oven, introducing the now common short, wide shape. This design also featured a unique magnetron feed, which made the oven more durable and capable of surviving a no-load condition, where the oven operates without any food inside to absorb the microwaves. The new model made its debut at a trade show in Chicago and created a rapid expansion of the home microwave oven market. By 1970, sales had reached 40,000 units in the United States, skyrocketing to 1 million by 1975. The pace of market penetration was even faster in Japan, thanks to a re-engineered, low-cost magnetron. As the popularity of microwave ovens increased, several companies entered the market. Interestingly, many of these systems were built by defense contractors who had expertise in working with magnetrons. Among them, Lytton stood out as a favorite in the restaurant industry due to the reliability and innovative design of their microwave ovens. By 1972, things really started to change. Lytton introduced two new models costing $349 and $399. These were actually pretty affordable. This move was part of their strategy to tap into a market that was estimated to reach $750 million by 1976. Despite the high prices, people were still very interested in microwaves. Soon, new and exciting features were added to the models being sold for homes. In 1974, Amana introduced automatic defrost on their RR4D model, a game-changer for busy households. But they didn't stop there. A year later, in 1975, they unveiled the RR6 model, the first to offer a microprocessor-controlled digital control panel. This leap in technology made microwaving more precise and user-friendly. The late 1970s saw an explosion of low-cost countertop models from numerous major manufacturers. Microwave ovens, which were once reserved for large industrial kitchens, started to become commonplace fixtures in residential kitchens throughout developed countries. The adoption rate skyrocketed. By 1986, about 25% of US households had a microwave oven, a dramatic increase from just 1% in 1971. The momentum didn't stop there. By 1997, over 90% of American households owned a microwave oven. This trend was mirrored globally. In Australia, a 2008 market research study found that an astonishing 95% of kitchens contained a microwave, with 83% of them being used daily. Canada's adoption rate also soared. Less than 5% of households had a microwave in 1979. Yet by 1998, over 88% owned one. Across the Atlantic, France saw significant growth too. By 1994, 40% of French households had a microwave, and this number increased to 65% by 2004. Today, we have microwave ovens that feature sleek designs and advanced functionalities. Consumer household microwave ovens typically come with a cooking power that ranges between 600 and 1200 watts. It's fascinating to note that microwave cooking power, also known as output wattage, is actually lower than the input wattage listed by manufacturers. This discrepancy is due to the energy conversion process within the appliance. In terms of size, household microwave ovens have evolved to become much more compact and convenient. They usually boast an internal volume of around 20 liters or 0.71 cubic feet, enough to fit most cooking needs. The external dimensions also vary slightly, but generally measure between 1.6 feet to 2 feet in width, 1.2 to 1.4 feet in depth, and 9.8 inches to 1.1 feet in height. This compact design allows them to easily fit on countertops or be installed within kitchen cabinetry. So, there you have it, a complete history of how the microwave oven went from an accidental discovery to an essential kitchen appliance found in almost every household around the world. Who would have thought that something as simple as a microwave could revolutionize the way we cook and heat our food? Yes, it may have started as a bulky and expensive machine, but its evolution over the years has made it a convenient and essential tool in our daily lives. Let us know in the comments which discovery you want us to cover next. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to like and share it with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more exciting content.